And we're starting to do our set. We're starting to rock. And in the front row, there's like this mom with like an 8-year-old kid. She's got like the 8-year-old kid in her arms. He's in front of her. And we're doing one of my new songs, Fuck You. And then Self's got this other song, Suck My Dick. And I'm just like, I keep looking at the kid and the mom and I'm like, ugh, every time I say something, bro, I'm like wincing at my own shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the coastline of Connecticut and welcome to the Shorecast with your host, Apathy.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Apathy. This is my co-host, Big Al Mayo, in the building. Welcome back to the Shorecast. This week, we're going to be starting up a brand new segment called Heavyweight Highlights. We're going to be highlighting lyrical excellence on the microphone from the dopest MCs in history. Anchors up, let's go. What's up, Al Mayo?
Chilling. How about you, yo? What's up with you?
Let me ask you a question.
What up?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Do not.
Not at all.
Not even the slightest.
So if there was like one of those crazy mental asylums that are closed down that they always do the ghost hunter shows on, you would just go there and you could spend the night in there without a worry and you would sleep like a baby.
Sure would. I don't believe in none of that bullshit.
What if you heard a noise or some unexplainable noise? You would just think it was an animal or something?
Yep.
So there's no way, once again, I'm just reiterating, no way you believe in spirits or spiritual shit.
Not even in the slightest bit.
Okay, well, let's pretend and entertain the idea that you did.
Okay.
If you had to be haunted by a hip-hop ghost,
ooh,
who is the ghost you would want to be haunted by? Now, don't just think about your favorite rapper.
Okay.
Think about a ghost who you would be okay with being haunted by.
Whew. That's a good question. I'm taken off guard. I can't think of someone. Let me think.
Let me tell you mine in the meantime.
Sure. You go with yours. I'll think about mine.
The dopest ghost to be haunted by, in my opinion, would be Biz Markie.
Oh, okay.
Like, come on, bro. I would never feel bad or freaked out if Biz was beatboxing or doing something, or if he popped up somewhere. I'd feel happy you see Biz's face. It wouldn't be like, oh, shit, what the fuck? I would love if Biz Markie was haunting my house. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you gave me a moment to think about it, right? So I want someone that's going to haunt me who's somewhat like me. And I think that's going to be DMX. He's going to be wild, obnoxious. He's going to be like, yo, what's so funny, man? He's going to be wild and obnoxious. Like, yo, what's up, dog? What you doing? Get your fuck up. And I'm
yo,
like,
bro,
hey.
You're going to be taking a shit at 2 a.m. You're going to be reaching for the thing. Be like, come on. And you'll be like, yo, what the?
The alarm goes up. Where my dog's at? I'm like,
oh,
yo.
my God. Bro, you do not want to be fucking haunted by. Let me tell you something. Having DMX's spirit, God bless the dead, having DMX's spirit is more like a poltergeist situation, right?
He'll be telling me to do bad shit. Like, go in and smack him, man. Go in and smack him. I'm like, fuck it, okay.
Yo,
yeah, he'd be the right person to haunt me.
You go out, you're about to leave your keys. Stop! Drop! Shut them down. You're like, oh, shit, all right. Damn, that would be crazy, man. I feel like Tupac would not be a good one because he'd always be pissed.
No, I think Tupac would probably be better.
What do you think Tupac would do as a ghost?
Tupac would be guiding me on being petty and telling people to fuck off, and he'd
So you're imagining your Tupac ghost is like a ghost of Christmas past who's gonna drop knowledge on you?
Yeah, the Tupac. It's gonna be the knowledgeable Tupac. It's not gonna be the crazy one. It's gonna be the knowledgeable one.
I'm not picturing some Obi-Wan Kenobi shit. I'm picturing just like Biz floating by and oh shit. Oh, all right, it's just Biz. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like, I would love that shit. Anyway, yo, Self and I were on a flight. I'll never forget. This is just a little off, but this fucking, I hated this so much. Self and I are on a flight to Australia. We intentionally booked the seats near an emergency exit because we're both over 6'2", both of us. And we wanted to be able to stretch our legs out in the big emergency area, right?
Yeah.
So we're there, but what the problem is it's such a long flight to Australia that people were getting up and they're congregating, and the bathrooms were kind of diagonal to us. The emergency thing is right over here. And people were like getting up and congregating and standing in our area. So we had to like pull our legs in and let people stand there. And there was this one dude, it was this big burly white dude, a big beard. He had one of those tucked in polos with a big belly, and he has dad jeans on, and it looked like the typical dad, probably had a cell phone holster, you know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker was barefoot, and he comes up, he's got little hands in his pockets, dad move, and he's standing in front of me himself, like scrunching his toes on the ground and moving his feet all around, like stretching his shit out. Then the motherfucker walks in the bathroom barefoot.
He pulled the Britney Spears.
Bro, I don't know anything about that. I don't know.
She walked into the bathroom without, no shoes, walked right in with the bathroom like, ew.
This fucking dude walked in that bathroom, then comes out and stands in our area again, shaking his toes around. Whoever the fuck you are, you're an asshole. I don't know who. I'm sure he's not seeing this podcast, but I miss Self is about to be here soon. I'm gonna have Self on the podcast soon. We're gonna talk about touring and stuff like that, and share some more. I'm sure that story would not have come up, but anyway, some more memories that I had from touring was touring with Linkin Park.
Oh, tell me about it.
Touring with Linkin Park, Mike Shinoda, Fort Minor, Styles of Beyond, my brothers Ryu, Tak, Cheap Shot, Vin Scully. It was dope, man. We did 2 tours. We did a Fort Minor tour when Mike Shinoda's album there, Fort Minor, dropped. Styles of Beyond were on that, opening up, because Styles of Beyond were a part of Fort Minor. That was Mike Shinoda and Styles of Beyond. And then we did the Linkin Park, the Project Revolution tour. That had like My Chemical Romance, all these crazy groups. But these were the first like major tours that I had ever been on, where we got buses and all shit like that. When we went on the Fort Minor tour, there was this really elaborate, nice bus that we had, right? A tour bus. I was fucking stoked, okay? We're on this Fort Minor trip. Mike had more of a budget to give us, so we had the doors where inside, down the hallways of the tour bus, the doors would open like Star Trek doors. You press a button and it's like, shoo, opens up. Dope. Yeah. Press it again, shoo, closes like Star Trek doors. The bunks were so fly. Back in this, you got to understand, this was like mid 2000s, so like 2004, 2005, something like that. And not everybody we didn't have phones like that yet. I think I had a fucking either BlackBerry and a Sidekick, but it's not like you're sitting watching movies how you are now. So all the bunks had a little TV that flipped down with a DVD in it, right? So we're sitting there. We got it made, bro. I got one of those little cases. What is it called? Case Logic? Case Logic.
I don't remember. CD cases.
CD case full of DVDs. We're all trading and shit. I'm like, yo, make sure you get my shit back, bro. It's all scratched up from your homie. But I'm in this we called it the womb. Like this, the bunks, right? Where you got air conditioning valves all over the place. Fly, super fly. The DVD thing. And you're just in there. It's mad comfortable, bro. And it's the best thing ever. You close your little curtain. You're all locked off. There's only one rule, if you guys don't know. On tour buses, you have to sleep and stay in the bunks with your feet facing the front. So that way, if there's an accident, there's a collision, you don't break your neck. Which I remember years ago, that happened to somebody on like, I think something to do with Eminem and Alchemist and them. They were on a tour and their bus got into an accident. I don't remember all the details, but I think somebody got fucked up from being in one of the bunks or something like that. But that's the rule. You do that. And then the other rule, too, is there's no shitting in the tour bus because the tanks are right underneath. But you can piss in the tour buses. You just can't shit. If you got to shit, you got to have the bus driver pull over, slows down all the progress. So if you're the one who can't wait and you're like, I need to shit now, everybody's going to be like, oh, God damn. And you're slowing up the whole caravan.
How many how many cities?
I don't fucking remember.
A lot.
Anywhere between 20 and 30, right?
Some serious touring.
Yeah, so, but it was dope. So anyway, on the Fort Minor tour, first one, we had this beautiful bus, okay? The second tour, the Project Revolution tour, we had this shitty old 1986 Eagle bus that belonged to Ozzy Osbourne. And this bus was so run the fuck down, bro. This was like a fucking Fred Sanford bus. This shit was fucking beat. It was all fucked up. The first bus driver that we had, He was just a quiet dude who minded his own business. He drove us during the day, didn't say 2 fucking words, he drove us at night, slept during the day, right? That's what you're supposed to do as a driver.
Yeah.
This second driver was this big, tall dude, probably about as tall as me, older white guy in probably his late 60s, mid to late 60s, named Pete, who was from the South. And he had a very big, what's the Dukes of Hazzard flag? The Confederate flag. He had a very big Confederate flag belt buckle with like an American and like an eagle. It was like around with the Confederate flag in it, American flag and an eagle, right? And Pete was a, good old boy, blah, blah, blah. Hey, what's up there, fellas? You know what I'm saying? And this was Pete. And Pete was our bus driver. Worst fucking bus driver in the history. Ryu will back me up 100. Ryu, Talk, Cheap Shot, Vin Scully. Everyone will back me up on this motherfucker. So we get on the Project Rev tour. We see the bus, and we're automatically like, Ryu's optimistic, though. Ryu's like, yo, it's Ozzy Osbourne's bus, man. That's fucking cool. I'm like, all right, man, I guess the fucking carpets are all raggedy, you know what I'm saying? Probably fucking a million people have pissed themselves and threw up and nutted on these fucking carpets, you know what I'm saying? I can't imagine what debauchery went down in the bunks.
The stories they would tell.
Right, the stories they would tell. And then these are some of the things that happened, okay? First of all, there was an issue. The engine is right underneath the bus, okay? On the other buses, we had that air conditioner. It was beautiful. This bus, somehow the engine was overheating. It was like imagine being in the summertime and you turn on your oven in your kitchen and turn the heat up.
Yeah.
We were like, I'm like asleep one night and I wake up, I'm like, dying, bro. We're like dying. 3 of us woke up. We're like, yo, what the fuck? Heat. The fucking heat is emanating up from the engine. We had to sleep in the front like living room area with the windows open.
Damn.
The heat was like, and you could feel it. If you went near the floor, you're like, yo, this can't be good. This bus is gonna fucking ignite. This bus is gonna fucking light on fire. Other issue too, one of the worst smells I've ever smelled in my motherfucking life. This guy Pete didn't empty out the toilet area where people were pissing. And it smelled like rotten, putrid piss. And I don't know if you've ever smelled, for any reason, rotten, putrid piss. I'm sure out of the amount of followers we have, somebody has. Oh, my God, this is an otherworldly smell. It doesn't just smell like pee. It does something. There's some chemical breakdown or some shit like that. It was violently horrible. So we got a hot-ass bus, horrific, terrible piss smell. And then the story of Pete begins to unfold, okay? First thing, and by the way, this is me telling a story, okay? So you have to understand, keep that in mind. Pete goes to us one night. No, I'm sorry. Here's the order of this. All of a sudden, it's nighttime. We're driving when bus drivers are supposed to drive. And we're like kind of all starting to fall asleep in the bunk, and we're like, yo, Pete, what the fuck? He's like, oh shit, okay, no, I'm good. He's fucking falling asleep while he's driving. We're like, oh my God, bro. We're like, are you all right? He's like, yeah, no, I'm good. We go lay down. 20 minutes later, we fucking spaz. So Talk goes. We decided we're gonna go take turns, and I think Cheap Shot went first. We sat next to Pete and talked to him and made sure he stayed awake. And then Talk took a turn, I think. And this motherfucker, bro, this old school fucking whatever the fuck he is.
Country bumpkin?
Right. He told one of us the next day that Talk is great for a colored fella. We were like, yo, Pete, you know you're a fucking asshole for saying that, right? He's like, what? No, I'm just saying, blah, blah, blah. It got into be a whole thing. We let it go, right? We're like, bro, we gotta go the distance with this guy. Doesn't stop there, okay? This motherfucker Pete's driving us, okay? I think we're in New Jersey. Right? And we rock a show, and we go to leave, and we're on the Jersey Turnpike. The bus is fucking up. We're like, oh, shit, what the fuck's going on? Bus is dying out. It's like 5:30 in the morning, okay? pull over to the side of the Jersey Turnpike. We're waiting there forever. We're waiting for a service company. We're like, damn, we hope we get a new bus, man. I hope we get a newer bus, right? The label paid for the bus. We're like, damn, I hope they spring for a better one and we do the right thing. So at this point, we had bought like a little grill. So me, Ryu, everybody. Ryu breaks out the grill. We had sausages and all that and like hamburgers and all this shit. We're out there cooking fucking food on a grill in like lawn chairs on the side of the Jersey Turnpike, on the side of the bus, waiting for the bus thing to come. Bus comes, bus mechanic comes, the service company, and he's looking at it and he's doing this and that. And he goes, oh, you're out of gas.
What?
And we were like, is the fuel meter broken? He goes, no, fuel meter works perfect. Your bus driver just didn't fill up. We were furious.
So you were broken down because the bus ran out of gas?
Because the bus driver didn't refuel. So we keep going. The sleep thing keeps happening. So we're taking shifts. We're exhausted, by the way. We have to perform. We have to do all this shit. We're complaining at this point to the label. We're complaining to our people. It's kind of falling on deaf ears. The dope thing about touring, though, is that what we loved is there's always people who come to get you whatever you want. You make a grocery list of everything you could ever want. Snacks, food, drinks, anything. They fulfill your shit. That was dope. But back to this guy, Pete. I feel like I'm probably going to leave and miss out a lot. Oh, yeah, okay, here's where we'll go. We're heading up to Buffalo, okay, Buffalo, New York. And once again, we're asleep. It's the morning or whatever, and the bus, we get bounced around. We're like, yo, I hear somebody yell. It's like, oh, shit. With buses flying around, and then boom, the bus stops. We're like, what the fuck just happened? Jump out the bunks. We're in a parking lot of a veterans hospital. This dude, Pete, is fucking sheet white, leaking sweat. He looks like he's about to die in 2 seconds. And he's fucking dying. He looks like looks like E.T. when he's about to die, except he's sweating, right? This motherfucker pulled into the veterans hospital. He was so fucked up that the bus jumped the curve and crashed into a stone wall.
God damn.
Right? We're like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? Turns out he had some type of cancer. He had a cancerous tumor on his ass, okay? And we ended up finding this out later. So he's in the hospital. The people, the label people are like, hey, we're going to get you guys a new bus driver. We're like, thank fucking God, no more racist Pete. Fuck this motherfucker. Get him out of here. Stupid old motherfucker. So we go on, and they're like, yeah, we're going to get you a new driver. Don't worry. You guys got to head up to Toronto. Right? And so we go from Buffalo to Toronto, and they're like, we'll have you a new bus driver when you guys get into Toronto, but we got to figure out how we're going to get you to Toronto. We rent this 1980s limousine. We all got bags. We all got suitcases and shit. We rent this fucking 1980s limousine. It was like out of a fucking Eddie Murphy movie, bro. So we're fucking going along this bridge. Somebody please tell me what that bridge is that goes from fucking Buffalo to Toronto or in between somewhere there. And the bottom of the limousine is fucking bottoming out as we're going over. And we're looking, and you can see like reflections. There's like sparks coming out from under the limo. Damn. From our shit. Our fucking tour was like a movie, like a fucking 80s movie. We finally get to Toronto. Like, we're like, all right, well, whatever, man. Limo or not, shitty limo or not. By the way, when we were in Buffalo, we saw insane shit too. Me and Ryu went to go get a sandwich, and there was like little kids getting chased by a pit bull down the street, and they had to jump on a car, and we were worried that the pit bull was going to come after us.
I went to Buffalo about 2 years ago. Oh, last year I went to Buffalo. That place is a distressed city too.
Yeah, it is. And there's a lot of dope shit about Buffalo, though. I've been there a few times. I did a few shows there. There's a lot of really fly things about Buffalo, too.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, but their hood is definitely no joke. So anyway, we get to fucking Toronto. We're waiting for our new bus driver, right? And they're like, yeah, your bus driver will be out in the morning, guys. You guys get this hotel. Boom, boom, boom. He'll meet you out in the parking lot in the morning. We get out there. We see the bus, and we're like, fuck, man, they got the same bus, right? And fucking Pete comes waltzing out. He's like, hey, fellas, I'm good as new now. We're like, no fucking way. He's like, yeah, I had a boil on my ass. I had to get it lanced. God damn. And we're like we can't believe it. So believe it or not, it gets worse. We go to, we do our show in Toronto, right? Pete is supposed to be sleeping during the fucking day, and he's supposed to be driving at nighttime. This motherfucker, Pete, goes to the strip club during the day while he's supposed to be sleeping.
Of course.
Right? In the cab to the strip club, he loses his passport and his ID, his driver's license. Okay? In fucking Toronto, unbeknownst to us at the time. Next morning, we go to take off, and we get to the Canadian border, or the U.S. border, and we're trying to head back into the States. And if you guys don't know, the U.S.-Canada border is one of the toughest borders to cross in the entire world. Like, out of everywhere that we've been, it's one of the most difficult. They're very, very strict. They pull up all your information. They're just really tough. So right away, first fucking problem. We learn at the border that Pete lost his ID. I don't remember how. Somehow that got worked out. Like, whatever the fuck they did. Second issue is they found pills in the bus. I don't even want to get into that, but we were furious. We find fucking pills in the bus, okay? They're pressing us about whose they are. We're like, we don't know, and I guess at this point it doesn't matter because nobody's going to fucking fess up to it. So just take the fucking pills and flush them. What do you guys want? Talk starts popping off to the agents. Talk is like, yo, boom, boom, boom. And then Talk is like, you keep in mind, we're with these border agents. And they're just being assholes to us because they're being assholes to us. And Talk goes, you guys are fucking with us because I'm a black man. And I was like, oh, shit. I looked at the border agents, and you see them. They get furious. And I'm like, oh, we're going to be here for hours more now. Yo.
Were you?
Yeah, absolutely. But not why I thought, okay? So they pop off to talk about how they're not racist, blah, 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 right? Then they come across a hidden box. It's a what you call it box?
Lockbox?
Lockbox in the bus.
Mm-hmm.
We have no idea what the fuck this is. This was on the bus.
Did Pete know what it was?
No, Pete didn't know either. It was like on the bus. It was like hidden under a compartment, and it looked old. It was like part of the bus's shit. So they're like, you can't go across the border until we fucking crack open this box. And you got to get the keys. We're like, we don't have keys. Like, we're looking, boom, boom, boom. Not on the key ring. It's just we don't have it. We rented this bus. They had to contact the bus company, the bus rental company, and get permission to like crack the fucking thing open, or else they're not getting their bus back too.
Damn.
So we cracked it, and we were waiting around like they were opening Al Capone's vault. Like, we're like looking, trying to like see what's gonna be in there. They cracked open the thing, but there was nothing in there. But miraculously, we fucking got let through and came back across the border. But that whole fucking, that was the Project Revolution tour was insanity. We had really good times, man. Like, we almost got into a fight with this rock group called Seosin. I think that's right. Ryu, is that right? I think that's right. They were hitting on Ryu's cousin at the time, and we were about to beat, because Ryu's cousin came to visit. Shout out to Jen, and Jess. And they came to visit us on like the little encampment that the back of the Project Rev would have. And we almost got into I think it was Seosin, man. We almost got into a fight with those guys. But there was just a lot of craziness and wildness on that tour. That tour was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of fun to not be on a typical hip-hop tour. Like I said, My Chemical Romance was there. There was all these different groups. It was really crazy to see how that life was and how it was like a huge industry, man.
Did you form any bonds or friendships with anybody from the Linkin Park?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Chester was really riding for us. Like, first of all, Mike is our homie. Mike was close and down with us. But Chester, all of them were cool. Brad, Johan, they were all dope. But Chester was really rocking for us, man. He was a really
dope.
Solid dude. He made sure, like, there was a lot of times where he validated for us, you know. And then the tour manager, Jim Digby, shout out to Molly, who was the tour mom, who kept us all in line and made sure. There was just great people, man. Jim Digby is this huge tour manager, still is. Has done some of the biggest tours. He's just a scientist with the way he conducts these tours, but he taught us so much stuff. But it was cool. By the way, I also forgot to mention that Self, totally fucking forgot about this. Self was on the Fort Minor tour with us, and what I forgot about with the Fort Minor crowd is there's young kids too. So Self and I had a certain set we would do, right? And we get to this one show, I think it's down south somewhere, like Florida or some shit. And we're starting to do our set. We're starting to rock. And in the front row, there's like this mom with like an 8-year-old kid. She's got like the 8-year-old kid in her arms. He's in front of her. And we're doing one of my new songs, Fuck You. And then Self's got this other song, Suck My Dick. And I'm just like, I keep looking at the kid and the mom, and I'm like, ugh, every time I say something, bro, I'm like wincing at my own shit. And they were just acting like nothing was happening.
That mom had you shook, huh? You were like, damn.
I felt really bad, man. I'm looking at that little kid right there. I'm like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And I was just like, ah. The crowd was loving it, though. And it was dope. But it was a lot of fun, man. It was one of my first times where I had been in front of like 40,000 people. And that's surreal, bro. We were in Denver when we stepped out on stage on Linkin Park stage. They brought us out. And stepping in front of 40,000 people is fucking nuts visually. You can't imagine.
No, I can just imagine it being crazy and being nervous.
It's beyond nerve. It's a weird feeling. You don't even connect really with anybody you see. It's just a sea of human beings. And it's like, whoa, oh my God. It's a fucking, even I remember like being backstage and looking what we were about to step out onto. It's like the equivalent of jumping off a really high diving board. That anxiety's right there.
I'd be like, nah, I'm not going out. Go ahead.
It is a little stage frightish, but it did prep me because later we went and did European tours where we had our own set in front of like 50,000 people. So luckily getting over that little hiccup, really brought us into that, which a good thing. But that was a lot of fun, man. Shout out to the Linkin Park guys. Shout out to Shinoda. I'll tell you what, Shinoda's a fucking asshole on these tours. He would try to do pranks and shit, and he was corny about it. Yeah, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, Shinoda, too, if you hear it. Well, I remember like we almost beat him up multiple times. It was like 3 a.m, and this motherfucker comes on our bus and starts like throwing popcorn into our bunks while we're sleeping. I'm like, this is not even funny, bro. What are you, fucking 8 years old? We wanted to wreck him. Like, Shinoda was a lunatic, man. He was just fucking wacky. But, yo, a news story that I saw. I'm just pivoting. A news story that I saw.
Okay.
Were you a Howard Stern fan back in the day?
Can't stand him.
Why?
Well, I never really liked his shows. I thought they were kind of corny. He's had a lot of racist and inflamed shit through the years. I just don't like him.
Right. His defense is that he passed it off as comedy.
Yeah.
And then he has the Robin Quivers.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
She's there shucking and jiving, massa. Yes, I do whatever you want. And I was like, nah, I'm not with that. So, nah, fuck him. And I heard he just got his show canceled, right? Is that what it's up?
Yeah, I used to listen to Stern. I don't remember any racist shit, but I believe you. I don't remember that. I just remember Howard Stern.
Look at those nappy-headed players. You don't remember that?
I don't remember him saying that at all.
That was
That's
out of Stern's
wild.
mouth. Yeah, Stern's a piece of shit.
No, I don't remember that.
Shout out to Stern.
I think Stern is a piece of shit anyway. I was a fan of him for a long time, but he's a fucking clown. He was a clown during the whole COVID shit, but whatever. I'm not gonna get on that. Anyway, Stern, they were paying Stern $100 million a year. And they were losing $10 million a year on him because they had to pay him because his listenership declined so much. I mean, you got to think that's got to be a fucking dying brand. Unless he does something radical to change his formula, that's got to be a fucking dying brand.
You know, I didn't think it was popular. It's been dying for years anyway, so I was waiting for the time for it to end.
Yeah, fucking kill that shit.
What's Robin going to do?
I don't know, man. She's set, bro. They're all rich. Yeah, come on. Even if Howard Stern's getting $100 million, Robin's she's not getting anything light. You know what I'm saying? Like she's caked.
She's getting pennies still.
She's caked, bro. She's papered the fuck up. But that's crazy, man. That's an absolutely crazy thing. You know what I'm trying to do, man? That's one of the most difficult things, especially me and you having ADHD. I'm trying to do dopamine detox.
Ooh, how?
I'm trying to put my phone down more. I'm trying to not give in to my urge just to fucking sit down and like do video games or fucking eat certain shit. Whatever hits you with dopamine. I'm trying to up my discipline a little bit.
I could say, what sets off my dopamine? I think making videos and post. So I do it more now.
That's a good thing, though. That's a positive.
Well, yeah, it's creating. But
Right.
I do it more now than I used to, years ago.
I'm just talking about I can't go to the fucking walk to the bathroom without fucking checking my phone. Be like going to the bathroom, I'm sitting there taking a piss, looking at, scrolling and shit. Go to get in the shower. I got to put on something on YouTube. I've been checking myself. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? This shit is a little demon in the pocket, man. That shit is not cool, man. I'm trying to detox from it a little bit. Speaking of that, apparently I saw another headline that said, this has been brain rot summer. And
Wow.
brain rot summer is talking about video games and kids just being zoned the fuck out and being trapped into like, YouTube shorts and just not thinking and just basically zombieing out, okay? But the other thing too is that this brain rot summer, why they're saying that's significant, what's interesting, this is like the first summer in a long time where there's no summer anthem song or big summer blockbuster movie. There's just kind of nothingness because everybody's life is super integrated with their own personal algorithm. So there's no unified anthem. There's no like hit with music or anything like that.
You don't think Will Smith? No, I'm sorry. I was going to say Will Smith, but I can't even say that seriously. Yeah, Will Smith's album wasn't really, it was horrible. But yeah, you're right. There's no summertime of this year, 2025.
Nah, man. And that's wild. Think about how many, what's some of our past favorite summer. There's so many songs and hit records that happened during the summer that remind me, yo, am I bugging? And I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks or some hip hop shit. I love the song like Tone Loc Wild Thing. That reminds me of like summertime, like being out at like parks, at like Riverside Park. You know what I'm saying?
There were some dope ones. And I remembered, how about Always on Time by Ja Rule? I know, it's commercial. You can say, hate all you want. I don't care. Hate on Ja all
It's
you
like
want.
the third time you've brought that song up on this podcast.
That song was a hit.
I don't think it was that crazy.
Always on Time was a hit.
That song reminds me
Of summer, like 02, 03.
I don't know, man. That song, whatever. I'm not
That was summer.
adding validity to that fucking song.
Nah, that song's fire. I don't give a fuck.
That song
what
is
anybody
not.
say.
That song was fodder.
Ja Rule ran the 2000s, the early 2000s.
What the fuck?
Up until 50 Cent came and started talking some shit, Ja Rule was on fire.
That was a good time for like clubby music. Like if you were out,
And
like
summer.
we were out hanging out at University of Connecticut, and I remember like being at the clubs, and all the girls would be out dancing to a lot of the records.
What would I do without my baby? You were jamming to that.
Like Sean Paul. That was like the Sean Paul days.
That was another one. Yeah, that was a summer one.
Yep.
Temperature by Sean Paul.
Yeah.
Summertime anthem right there.
Yep. But then summertime movies, I'm going back farther. Like, Batman and just all like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Independence Day.
Independence Day was dope. That was all those movies were so dope. These were summertime blockbuster moments of us being a society, and that doesn't happen anymore, bro.
Everything's recycled now. That's it.
Let me tell you something. I lived in this town, and I lived all over the places. I lived in city areas, I lived in small towns, and I loved everywhere I lived because I absorbed a lot of different styles of life, right? And this one town that I lived in, it was just like, it wasn't a rich town by any means. It was just a quintessential regular ass American town, right? And growing up there, like I said, was like some Stand By Me shit. That's where me and Dwayne grew up, right? And we would ride our skateboards, our bikes all over the place, but there was this one, I'm trying to think of what the name of the fucking street was. It doesn't matter. There was this one long street. It looked like from a movie where it was all like raised ranch houses. They all like were bloop, 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 bloop down the street. You know what I'm saying? And that fucking Westerly Terrace, that's what it was called, Westerly Terrace. That fucking street had kids out all the time. And I had a babysitter that I've told the story before, the babysitter where I stole the kids' fucking G.I. Joes, right? That fucking street was so dope for summertime. The ice cream truck used to pull up. We was all playing outside, shooting each other with water guns, riding our bikes. Everybody was playing stuff. There was tons and tons of kids out on this street in front of every house doing something, right? Past couple years, I even told my kids, I'm like, guys, this one street that I grew up on, it was just all kid activity. You guys need to get outside like this. Past couple years, I would drive through that neighborhood if I had to go somewhere. 0 people outside, ever. No kids outside. Is this, once again, drop in the comments. Please let me know. Are you guys seeing kids outside? Or your kids playing outside in the neighborhood? Remember how we just talked about in the last episode, cutting through yards? Mm-hmm. That was the neighborhood that I was talking about. We be cutting through people's yards and shit, doing all this, all that, little paths through areas and everything like that. We was outside.
I remembered back in the day in the 80s, I lived right here in the city of New London, in the projects, the ice cream truck coming through, everyone out on their bikes. It was off the hook. Those days are gone.
What was your favorite ice cream to cop off the ice cream truck?
Was it the gumball one with the gumball on the bottom? Looked like an ice cream shape, but a gumball on the bottom?
I don't know about that.
You don't remember that
No,
one?
I don't remember that shit. Here's what my favorite was. I thought you were going to say what I'm about to say. My favorite one, because it was like a 2-for-1, right? It was two things, and they tasted exactly the same. The first one was a Ghostbusters. It was like Slimer, and he had the bubblegum eyes, and you know what I'm saying? So I felt like I was getting a 2-for-1 because I was getting the fucking ice cream, and then I was getting the gum too.
Well, that's what we liked. So what I was talking about was in a case. It was in a little.
Yo, is that it right there?
That's it right there. There it is.
What's it called, Brandon?
Screwball? You don't remember
screwball?
that?
Nah, I don't remember that shit at all, man. I never got one.
You gotta get to the bubble gum on the bottom.
Let me see that shit, Brandon. Let me take a look at that.
Oh, the screwball's classic.
Brandon, can you put that up on the screen? Okay, a screwball. I don't remember that shit, bro. That was you? That was your
80s.
joint?
That was it.
The other one that replaced the Slimer Ghostbuster one,
Say it.
Ninja Turtle. The Ninja Turtle head with the gumball eyeballs.
Well, you know what's funny? As time has passed on, you know what the modern day one is?
What?
SpongeBob.
Right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I still think they got the Ninja Turtle ones though. But SpongeBob, you're right. Yeah.
One.
And you know it's the funniest fucking thing? So I brought the kids to the ice cream truck. Max wanted a SpongeBob one. This was the funniest fucking thing. So he gets the SpongeBob one. He opens it up. And this shit looked like the Toxic Avenger, bro. This shit was so fucked up looking. And I remember I remember his poor little face because he's sad. I'm really an empathetic dad. But
he thought he was seeing SpongeBob.
I couldn't help it. I started laughing because I couldn't help it. I started laughing because it was so fucked up looking. And he was looked at it like, what is this? And so I fell out. But that made him more upset. I had to chill out because he got sad that I was laughing.
Yeah, you know, kids care about that.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I remembered back then we were poor. So the ice cream truck driver's name was Mike. Mike was an ice cream truck driver guy, and he would always let us take his garbage out and give us like free candy or something. I remember always looking in this. Back in the day, if you remember the ice cream truck, had a clown head and his mouth was open, and that's where the garbage went in.
Oh, okay.
So we would hope that he had garbage that needed to be empty because we can get free food. We were poor.
Yeah,
so
right.
Those are my memories.
We just stole. Me and Dwayne stole. You know,
how'd you steal from the ice cream truck? I had to hear this.
Not from the ice cream truck. Oh. No. We stole from the corner store. There's a place called the corner store. And I fucked up because my mom worked for these super nice people named the Summerfields, right? Jim and Agnes Summerfield. And they had this little corner store. And my mom used to work there. My mom would make grinders, which are sandwiches, heroes, subs, whatever the fuck you call them. But she would make the turkey sandwiches, you know, and all that. And I remember getting like turkey sandwiches with Hawaiian Punch and Doritos was my shit. Anyway, back to the shit. We were raised there. The Summerfields were like family to us, but we would go in there. We would steal all the time, bro. We would just like swipe, and I got caught stealing once by the Summerfields, and I felt bad, and I felt humiliated.
Yeah, but we had to do what we had to do back then. I remember around 13, 14 years old, stocking this store in my town, Carol's Market. And we didn't have much money, so I would steal candy, bring it to school, sell it.
That's what me and Dwayne did.
And then I'd buy my lunch.
Yeah, right.
So it wasn't like I was selling candy.
We used to get free lunch, too. We get free lunch.
But I was embarrassed to use it because it was a ticket.
Right, and you had a separate line. We had a fucking separate line for free.
So you don't do that to kids.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do that nowadays.
No, it's
but this
humiliating.
is in the 80s, and we're like, oh, stand in that free lunch line.
The 80s, they're like, we don't give a fuck about your feelings.
I stood at lunch and starved. It'd be good food in front of me. I'm like, I ain't going to eat. Why? Because the welfare line.
Right, yeah.
So we all had to go there. You know what I'm saying? I had to steal candy to sell it. My past, I was young, so.
We did the same thing, and I remember a big deal was the Jawbreakers. And what are the joints that are like Warheads and all that? The Warheads, the Warheads and the sour, those super fucking sour ones.
Lemonheads.
All that, man. All those shits. It was like a challenge to eat.
My favorite was Now Laters back in the day. See, everybody knows Now Laters because everybody knows those are the classic candy. Break your teeth on them and everything.
Right, yeah.
I still love Now Laters to this day.
Now Laters are dope. You don't break your fucking teeth on those ones.
Back
those
in
are
the
chewy.
day,
Those
back
are chewy
in the day,
joints.
man, they would take teeth.
You're talking about Jolly Ranchers.
No, Now Laters would take out fillings back in the day.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
They were so sticky. Boop.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yo, so the other thing too, Dwayne and I, there was a bakery across the street from where we lived. We lived in Hammond Court, the song I got the Hammond Court kids about and all that. Across the street from there was a bakery. And at early in the morning, they would bake these fucking donuts. And they had, the front of the store was like a building, like it looked like like it could have been a house or something. That was the front of the bakery. And then in the back, there was this shorter building where they would bake everything, and there was these screen doors, and they were kind of always open. And it's 5 a.m. Dwayne was a fucking master, ninja, shinobi level of snuck in there stealing donuts. Let me tell you.
I knew it already before you said it.
If y'all have never eaten a fresh donut from a local fucking bakery that's still like warm, it's different than the Krispy Kremes that come out still warm. I'm salivating right now, literally talking about this bitch.
Damn.
These fucking chocolate donuts, surreal, unbelievable level. But Dwayne would snatch those shits. Creeping. And I remember it's nerve-wracking watching him too. I'd be like, oh, fuck, bro. Just to be like, like fucking.
The reward was great, wasn't it?
I don't think he was ever caught neither. I don't think he was fucking ever
Chocolate
caught.
donut is a reward.
But yeah, man, that was the fucking best thing ever, man, those days. And by the way, I'm not advocating for theft, but we
Same here,
we
not
did
either.
what we had to do.
Yeah.
Stealing shit was never it was never like, I think the only time that I did some real grimy shit, where did everybody steal sneakers from back in the day? You remember?
Is it Ebelin's?
No.
Gordon's
shoes,
in
motherfucker.
Norwich?
Yes, Gordon's shoes in Norwich.
Downtown Norwich, Connecticut.
It looked like one of those like big warehouse buildings where like in the late 1800s, like children would get maimed because children would have to work in the factories and run those big machines.
It was.
Like a child ghost haunts that building. That's what type of thing that looks like, right? Like one of those old big brick ones. You know what I'm saying?
I remember you couldn't steal. It wasn't easy because those steps and everything creaked walking up. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge fucking step. That was like mad fucking steps, bro. You were going up to the second floor, those old ass ancient wooden steps.
As soon as you walked in the doors of Gordon's, it was like,
right.
You knew.
The whole floorboard was all wood, like ancient wood.
It was an ancient alarm system for them.
So you go in there, but the old man would be helping people. It was the old man with the fucking mustache.
Yeah,
right?
I remember this.
He kind of looked like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite, but like a little slimmer.
I don't remember that, but
he had that fucking mustache, right?
I remember him.
Yeah, he wasn't having it. He didn't like if anybody teenage years came in dolo without a parent, his guard was up, bro. The motherfucker would pop up like a prairie dog. You know what I'm saying? Over the top of the aisles.
Well, just to make it clear, I never stole from there. Okay,
I tried and I got caught. So I went in there and I saw a dope pair of Air Maxes. And keep in mind, everybody at school's gassing me, right? They're like, "Yo, it's so easy, bro. I steal from Gordon's all the time. I steal fucking Nikes." And so I went in there to go swipe some fucking Nikes, and I go in there. The old man's helping somebody over on the side, and I'm like, "This is it. This is my moment." I got my backpack. I forgot who I was with. I might have been with. I don't remember who I was with. I might have been with your dad, Brandon. I'm not sure. Nah, I don't think it was him. So
you got me getting sweaty and nervous because I remember going in there wanting to steal something.
You're having a fucking Pavlov's dog reaction over the Gordon shit.
I was petrified. Nah, I ain't gonna touch anything. Nah.
So anyway, so I see these fucking Air Max, and they kept both pair out, right, in the box, which was their first fucking mistake, okay? And I fucking pull one of the Air Max out, right, the one that was probably meant to display, whatever. So I pull that out, and I'm clear. I put it down right by the thing, because they got these aisles that are, remember how like the things, what are those called? Just the
dividers?
Yeah, kind of the dividers, but the shoes will be in there.
Oh,
like,
shoe racks.
Yeah, like kind of like racks, but they're big wooden things, right?
They were tall.
So yeah, so I put the fucking one down there, and then I went to go take the other one. It's like it was wrapped all up in the paper, and I'm like trying to do it on the low, but it's like And as soon as I do it, the guy, like I said, popped up. I was like, fuck. So, I just picked up the shoe, pretend like I was looking again. And then he like looks away, continues to help the person. And I'm like, unzip my backpack, zip, right? Go to throw my shit. He's like, no.
It's so funny, yo.
Yeah, he started yelling, and I'm like, oh shit, my heart starts pounding. He's like, this isn't gonna happen. I'm calling the police. And I was like, through the fucking sneakers,
hilarious,
jetted out the door. Yeah, man, but that was a bad feeling too.
Yeah, I remember those days. It's funny to me today.
Imagine being that guy though, with having the punk ass kids. Everybody's coming through to just fucking steal shit.
At the end of the day, all the empty boxes.
Oh my God, man. He must have got racked though, man. Anyway, so we're doing a new segment, and on this week's episode of Heavyweight Highlights.
Who's the highlight?
Well, I'm going to say it.
Oh, who is it?
On this week's Heavyweight Highlights, microphone heavyweights only, where we highlight and pay homage to moments of lyrical excellence, is the God Ghostface Killah.
Oh, no doubt.
Ghostface Killah absolutely, man.
Big shout out to Ghostface, you deserve it.
I am highlighting his verse on his own song, Daytona 500.
Mercury raps is rough, then God just show like chaps. Red and white while he's the match, bear my baseball hat, doing forever.
Ghost
record.
Absolutely classic record. Yeah, man. Ghost bodied it. Ghost went in. He really shined on that one. And those, even all those solo Wu-Tang albums, it was like having a Wu-Tang album anyway, because everybody was on it.
Yeah, definitely.
All the clan represented and everybody was on it. Raekwon was on this record. Capadonna was on this record. They both did their thing because they're two heavyweights themselves. But Ghost came in. Mercury raps is rough. The God just show like, oh my God, man. He came in body and everything.
Wu-Tang, straight up.
Absolutely. Where he said, Dirt Bike's voice be mellow like Vaughn Harper, radio barber, murder, sleepaway camp, the fly lady champ, the arsonist who burned with his pen regardless, slaying all these earthlings and fake foreigners in the Philippines, pickled beans, bubbling strings, biochemical cream, we burn kerosene. The conviction of my tape is rape wicked like Nixon, blonde heads and scriptures with 3 6s in, kiss the pyramid, experiment with high explosive. I slap box with Jesus, lick shots as Joseph, zooming like binoculars, the rap blacksmith. He blacked out, bro.
Killed it.
Murdered it. Absolutely killed it.
Damn.
And I was mind blown when I heard that. When he said, kiss the pyramid, experiment with high explosives, that whole rhyme right there, Ghost absolutely bodied it, man.
He's so dope, it makes it hard for me to decide who's my favorite Wu out of him and Raekwon.
That's a tough one, man. That's really almost Mission Impossible. But that whole Ghostface album, I love Iron Man. Right, but that might have been my favorite verse on the whole Iron Man.
All right,
he just went bonkers on that. He blacked out. Honorable mention, and I'm not always gonna do this, but honorable mention to his verse on Jizza's Fourth Chamber. He came in.
Too.
He just went bonk. And the video for that too, where it was a split video between shadowboxing and Fourth Chamber. Yeah. Everybody went berserk on that, but
shadowboxing was my favorite part of it, though.
Oh yeah, man, absolute. That record was amazing.
Shadowboxing,
classic.
I still love
Maximilian. Yeah,
I'm gonna play that on the way home. Thank you for that dope record.
That's what's up. But yeah, Ghost murdered that, man. But we're gonna do that every week. It's brand new right now, but every week we're gonna get into heavyweight highlights. I'm gonna talk about who had one of the dopest verses that I remember and of all time in hip-hop history. But anyway, we got to get the fuck up out of here. We'll see y'all next week. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys follow. Make sure you guys drop some comments. You know what we need to do, too? We need to do a segment where we connect with the people, because that's really important to me. If you guys got any questions for me or my brother Al Mayo.
Or feedback.
Right, feedback. Leave it in the comments, man, and we'll try to address it. You might be the lucky winner that we address, and we'll answer your question. We'll write down their name and you know what I'm saying? Leave a little fucking answer for them and shit on the next joint. You know what I mean?
Word up.
But yeah, y'all, we out of here, man. Shorecast in the building. See y'all next week. Peace.
See you on a rebound. Peace out.